Hello students, in our previous lecture we are start unit number 4 in paper first. Okay, in our previous lecture we are studied the meaning of cooperative societies. Okay, the cooperative society who is registered under the Cooperative Societies Act 1912 or under any other law for the time being in force in any state for the registration of cooperative societies is known as cooperative society. Then we studied the deduction in respect of income of cooperative societies under section ATP. So this section is very important. Okay, so deduction is allowed for the cooperative society. We already discussed in our previous lecture. Okay, the whole of amounts are allowed as a deduction from the gross total income of cooperative societies. Okay, so the following income is given here. Okay, so all these income are uh, allow for deduction from gross total income of cooperative societies. Okay, so the cooperative society carrying the business of banking or providing credit facilities to its members, that cooperative society has allowed a whole of the income amount, means whole of the income, uh, allow for deduction under section 80p. Then a cottage industry has also allowed a whole of income for deduction from gross total income. Marketing of agriculture produce uh, grown by its members, so all marketing agricultural income are allow for deduction under section 80p. Okay, so we already discussed the section 80p, so remember this section 80p. It is very important for computation, as well as we discuss here the cooperative societies types or kinds of cooperative societies. Okay, then we compute one illustration. Okay, so computation of taxable income from cooperative society. So here we already discussed the how to compute the taxable income of cooperative society. Okay, as well as we solve one illustration. Okay, one illustration, that is Kisan Cooperative Society engaged in processing K of its members without the aid power, and its making marketing provides the following particulars of its income for assessment year 2020-21. So here again we solve the another illustration on computation of taxable income and tax liability of cooperative society. Okay, here we directly solve the illustration number third. Illustration second we solve in our next lecture. Okay, so illustration third, read the illustration carefully. Okay, so Adarsh Cooperative Society engaged in processing R of its members without the aid of power, and its marketing provides the following particulars of its income for assessment year 2021-22. Okay, so Adarsh Cooperative Society engaged in processing the R product for its members. Okay, without the aid power, and its marketing provides the following income particulars for the assessment year 2021-22. So income from processing the agricultural produce, rupees 80,000, so it is income processing. Income from marketing the agricultural produce, it is also income of cooperative society, 16,000. Income from agency business, it is a income from agency business, so it is a income. Okay, then profit and gain from business activity, 1,20,000. Income from letting of godowns, 40,000. Dividend from other cooperative society, it is also income, but it is a income from other sources, but it is a allow for deduction from gross total income. Okay, dividend from other cooperative society is allowed for deduction. Then interest on government securities, 28,000. Dividend from domestic company, 40,000. Compute taxable income and tax liability of cooperative society for AY 2021-22. Okay, so here the information is given. Okay, with the help of that information, uh, we required to compute taxable income and tax liability of cooperative societies. Okay, got it? So here we read the illustration. Okay, so here we compute tax liability and total taxable income of cooperative societies. Okay, so in this illustration we need to identify the incomes relating to the cooperative society and income from other sources. So processing, okay, income from processing the agricultural produce, it is a income of cooperative society. Okay, it is a income of cooperative society. Income of cooperative societies. Income. Then income from marketing the agricultural produce, it is also income. It is also income. Okay, it is also income. First of all, add this income, or we make the total of all the income, and then we get the deduction allowed under section 80p. Okay, so first of all we identify the income from income earned by cooperative society. uh, okay, then income from agency business. Okay, so it is also income from cooperative society or income of cooperative society. Income of cooperative society. Then profit and gain activity of business. So here profit on gain of business activity is also income. Okay, it is also income. Amounting to rupees 1,20,000. Okay, it is also income. Then okay, uh, letting of go down, it is also income. Dividend from other cooperative society, it is also income. Income on government securities, income from other source. Income from domestic company, dividend from domestic company, it is also income from other society. Sorry, other source. Other source. As well as dividend from other cooperative society, it is also income from other source. So here we identify the income relating to the cooperative society and income from other source. Okay, now remember one thing, that the cooperative societies income are allowed for deduction. So here we identify those income which are allowed for deduction under section 80p. Okay, section 80p. So here, to identify the income allowed for deduction under section 80p. Okay, so here uh, we bifurcate the income of cooperative society and income earned by cooperative society from other sources. Okay, so now find out the income allowed for deduction under section 80p. So income from processing the agricultural produce is allowed for deduction. So it is deducted from gross total income, allowed for deduction 80p. Okay, income from marketing, so it is also allowed for deduction. Okay, income from marketing the agricultural produce. Okay, then dividend from, sorry, here the income from agency business. Okay, so income from agency business amounting to rupees 1,44,000. So income from agency business and income profit or gain from business activity 1,20,000, 1,44,000. So here the income from business activity allow for deduction under section 80p, but the maximum amount. Okay, so remember the section 80p, that is income from agency business. So here maximum allowed for deduction, that is amounting to rupees 50,000. Okay, so here, okay, a basic deduction, read this deduction. Okay, a basic deduction up to rupees 1 lakh is allowed to consumer cooperative society and rupees 50,000 to all other cooperative societies deriving income from business other than those specified in first and second. Okay, so first and second cooperative societies, except all other cooperative societies, get a deduction up to rupees 1 lakh to 50,000. So 1 lakh for consumer cooperative society. Okay, 1 lakh for consumer cooperative society. Okay, so deduction allowed for consumer cooperative society for earning a income from business is allowed for deduction under section 80p amounting to rupees 1 lakh, and all other cooperative society get a deduction of rupees 50,000. Okay, so here income from agency business, income from agency business is allowed for deduction under section 80p but amounting to rupees 50,000. Okay, it is not consumer cooperative society, so the cooperative society get a deduction under section 80p amounting to rupees 50,000. Okay, then profits and gains from business activity. Okay, profits and gains from business activity are not allowed for deduction under section 80p. Then income from letting of godowns. Okay, so income from letting of godowns is allowed for deduction under section 80p. Okay, we already discussed the income earned from letting the godowns are allowed for deduction. Then dividend from cooperative societies. Okay, so dividend from other cooperative society, it is an income from other source, but it is allowed for deduction under section 80p. Then interest on government securities. So interest on government securities not allowed for deduction under section 80p. And dividend from domestic company, it is also not allowed for deduction under section 80p. Now we easily compute the taxable income and tax liability of partnership, sorry, cooperative society. So here solution, computation of taxable income and tax liability of cooperative society. So here C capital. Okay, cooperative society for assessment year for AY 2021-22, PY 20-21. Okay, now prepare 3 column particulars rupees. Okay, particulars rupees. Now here particulars rupees and rupees. Now first, that is income from business of cooperative society. Okay, so we identify the income from business of cooperative society. So all these income are taking into consideration. So here all the income, that is income from processing the agricultural produce 80,000, income from marketing the agricultural produce, income from agency business, and profit and gain from business activity. Income from letting go down, it is also income, but we separately add this income in the income of cooperative society. So first four is the income of cooperative society. So here income income from income from income from processing agricultural produce, okay, amounting to rupees 80,000, okay, amounting to rupees 80,000. Then income from marketing the agricultural produce, amounting to rupees 16,000, okay, amounting to rupees 16,000, okay, amounting to rupees 16,000, okay. Then amounting to rupees 16,000. Then next income, that is income from agency business, okay, income from agency business amounting to rupees 1,44,000. Then income or profit and gains from business activity amounting to rupees 1,20,000. 1,20,000. So it is the income of cooperative society. Okay, it is the income of cooperative society. Now make the total. Here make the total, that is amounting to rupees 3,60,000. 3,60,000, okay, or in 3,60,000. Then add what we add, the income from add income from letting of godowns, income from letting of godowns amounting to rupees 40,000. Add in 3,60,000. 3,60,000. So here 40,000 is add in 3,60,000. Now make the total of all income. So here the total is equal to 4 lakh. Now we add what we add income from other sources, which was we already identify the income from cooperative society and income from other sources. So add this income, okay, income from other sources, okay. So one by one, that is income from other sources, that is dividend from other cooperative society, dividend from other cooperative society amounting to rupees 10,000. Amounting to rupees 10,000 in inner column. Then next, that is interest on government securities amounting to rupees 28,000. Then next, that is dividend from other company amounting to rupees 40,000. Now make the total. Add this total in income of cooperative society. Add other source of income in income of cooperative society, that is 78,000. Add this 78,000 in income from business of cooperative society, that is 4 lakh. So total is 4,78,000. Okay, that total is called what we called, it is called gross total income. Gross total income of cooperative society. Then we add, not add, then we deduct. Okay, here we find out the gross total income of cooperative society. Now we get a deduction from gross total income under section ATP. So less allowable deduction. Okay, deduction allowed under section ATP. So we already identified the deduction allowed for, or deduction allowed under section ATP. So income from agriculture processing. Okay, income from agricultural processing, or processing the agricultural produce. Okay, so then income from marketing of agricultural produce. Income from agency amounting to rupees 50,000 is allowed for deduction. Not whole amount is allowed for deduction, because the deduction is allowed for specific amount is allowed for deduction under section ATP for all other cooperative societies who earn a income from business activity or other business activity. So first, agricultural income from agricultural processing amounting to rupees, here amounting to rupees 80,000. Okay, then next, that is income from here marketing the agricultural produce, 16,000. All these income are allowed for deduction from gross total income amounting to rupees 16,000. Okay, amounting to rupees 16,000. Then next, income from business. Okay, so income from agency business. So amount is specified, that is 50,000. We already studied. So 50,000 is allowed for deduction. Then next, that is dividend from domestic company dividend from dividend from sorry, not a domestic company, dividend from sorry here dividend from other cooperative society amounting to rupees 10,000, amounting to rupees 10,000. And lastly, the income earned from letting out go downs, it is also allowed for deduction under section 80P. Okay, amounting to rupees 40,000. Now make the total. Now make the total and deduct this total. Now make the total and deduct this total from gross total income. So here total is equal to 1,96,000. 1,96,000. Okay. Now the difference is called, the balancing figure is called 2,82,000. 2,82,000 is the total taxable income of cooperative society. Here we identify the taxable income from cooperative society. Okay, taxable income from cooperative society. Okay, so here we find out the taxable income of cooperative society. Now second statement, that is tax liability. So remember one thing, that the rate of tax on income of cooperative society is 25%. Okay, so 25% tax on taxable income of cooperative society and 4% surcharge. So here tax liability is equal to, so the 25% tax on taxable income. So 25%, that is 25 divided by 100 multiplied by 2,82,000 rupees. That is amounting to rupees. 25 multiplied by 25 divided by 100 multiplied by 2,82,000, that is amounting to rupees 70,500. Then we add, what we add 4% health and education cess. So 4% on tax, 4% health education, 4% on tax. So 4 divided by 100 multiplied by 70,500. Okay, 70,500. So into 4%, that is 2,000, that is 2,820. 2,820 is the 4% health and education cess. Now make the total, and that total is called tax liability of cooperative society. What is amounting to rupees 73,000 73,320. Okay, 73,320 is the tax liability. Okay, got it. So here we identify the, or we compute, not identify, here we compute the total taxable income and tax liability of cooperative society. Okay, it is very easy. Just remember the deduction and identify the incomes of the cooperative society. बघा यामध्ये काय काय आपण पाहिलं तर आदर्श कोऑपरेटिव्ह सोसायटी, याच्या आधी आपण काय पाहिलं हे आधी बघूयात. बघा याच्या आधी आपण इल्युस्ट्रेशन बघण्याआधी थेरी सर्व पाहिली, यामध्ये मिनिंग पाहिलं आणि सर्वात महत्त्वाचा पार्ट म्हणजे डिडक्शन्स पाहिली. हे डिडक्शन्स तुम्हाला खूप महत्त्वाचे आहेत, हे तुम्ही लक्षात ठेवणं गरजेचं आहे. ओके, यात डिडक्शन्स कुणाला किती दिलेलं जातं, कोणत्या कोऑपरेटिव्ह सोसायटीला किती, कोणता इन्कम कोऑपरेटिव्ह सोसायटीचा आहे हे आहे. त्याच्यावरती आपण त्यानंतर कोऑपरेटिव्ह सोसायटीचे प्रकार पाहिले, कम्प्युटेशन कसं केलं जातं हे पाहिलं, एक इल्युस्ट्रेशन पाहिला. ओके, त्याच्यानंतर त्यात इन्कम फाइंड आउट केला, जे आपलं सेकंड इल्युस्ट्रेशन झालं, म्हणजे थोडक्यात थर्ड इल्युस्ट्रेशन आपण सेकंड बनवून घेतलं. तर हे इन्कम हे इल्युस्ट्रेशनमध्ये काय पाहिलं तर बघा सोप्या पद्धतीत इल्युस्ट्रेशन पहिल्यांदा रीड करा, यामधले कोऑपरेटिव्ह सोसायटीचे इन्कम फाइंड आउट करा, इन्कम जे अदर सोर्सचे आहेत ते आयडेंटिफाय करा, त्याच्यानंतर कोणता इन्कम सेक्शन ATP नुसार डिडक्शनसाठी अलाउड आहे तो आयडेंटिफाय करा. या तीन गोष्टी यामध्ये महत्त्वाच्या आहेत. हे तिन्ही गोष्टी आपण इथं काय केल्या, आयडेंटिफाय केल्या आणि त्याच्यानंतर कम्प्युटेशनला सुरुवात केली. मग जो कोऑपरेटिव्ह सोसायटीचा इन्कम आहे तो आधी आपण लिहून घेतला, त्याची टोटल केली, त्यामध्ये गोडाऊनचं इन्कम ॲड केलं, आपल्याला इन्कम मिळाला कोऑपरेटिव्ह सोसायटीचा. त्याचबरोबर त्यामध्ये काय ॲड केलं तर इन्कम फ्रॉम अदर सोर्सेस, कोऑपरेटिव्ह सोसायटीचा अदर सोर्सचा जो काही इन्कम आहे तो त्यामध्ये आपण काय केलेला आहे, ॲड केलेला आहे. त्याच्यानंतर काय काय ॲड केले तर इन्कम फ्रॉम अदर सोर्सेसमध्ये डिव्हिडंड फ्रॉम अदर कोऑपरेटिव्ह सोसायटीज आहे, इंटरेस्ट ऑन गव्हर्नमेंट सिक्युरिटीज आहे, डिव्हिडंड फ्रॉम अदर कंपनी आहे. हे सर्व इन्कम अदर सोर्सचे आहेत. म्हणजेच काय, अदर सोर्सचे इन्कम काय तर द कोऑपरेटिव्ह सोसायटी हॅज नॉट अर्न ए इन्कम बाय डुईंग द ॲक्टिव्हिटी, कोऑपरेटिव्ह सोसायटीज ॲक्टिव्हिटी और बिझनेस ॲक्टिव्हिटी. ओके, not earn income doing the business activity. Okay, if they earn income from doing the activity relating to the business of cooperative society, then that income is considered as a income of cooperative society. So here the cooperative society not doing the business activity of cooperative society, it is a income from other cooperative society. It means the cooperative society has purchased the equity shares of other cooperative society and earn a dividend. Okay, so that dividend is income from other sources, as well as the cooperative society purchase the government securities and earn a interest on that security, so it is also income from other sources. As well as the cooperative society has purchased the shares of company and earn a income from dividend, that is 40,000. So these are the income from other sources. So add these other source income in cooperative society, make the total, and that total is called gross total income. Okay, that total is called gross total income. Okay, then okay, after computing the gross total income, we deduct. What we deduct? So deduction allowed under section ATP. So we already identify the deductions allowed for income of cooperative society under section ATP. Then it is very easy to write down the that allowable income under the head of deduction. Okay, so we directly paste this income under the head of deduction allowed under section ATP and deduct this income from gross total income. So agriculture processing income, whole income are allowed for deduction. Marketing agriculture produce, whole income are allowed for deduction. Income from other agencies. So here remember one thing, that the consumer cooperative society get a deduction from agency business amounting to rupees 1 lakh, okay, up to rupees 1 lakh. And all other cooperative societies who earn income from other business or agency business are get a deduction amounting to rupees 50,000, okay, not more than 50,000, up to 50,000. Then dividend from other cooperative society. So dividend from other cooperative society is allowed for deduction under section 80p. Then income from letting out of godown, it is also allowed for deduction under section 80p. Then we deduct all the deductions from the gross total income. Here we computed, or we get the taxable income from cooperative society amounting to rupees 2 lakh 82,000. Then we compute tax liability. So here we does not prepare the format, we directly compute the tax liability, that is 25% tax on taxable income of cooperative society. So 25 divided by 100 multiplied by taxable income of cooperative society, that is 2 lakh 82,000. So the amount is, tax amount is 70,500. Then we add 4% health and education cess, that is 4% on tax. So tax value is 70,000. 4 divided by 100 multiplied by 70,500. Here we find out the 4% health and education cess, that is 2,820. Now make the addition, and that addition is called the tax liability of cooperative society. Okay, so here we solve the illustration number second on computation of taxable income as well as tax liability of cooperative society. Okay, in our next lecture we are solving another example on computation of taxable income and tax liability of cooperative society. Okay, thank you very much.